The antidote for fear is faith. As faith increases, fear shrinks and dies. As fear increases, faith shrivels and dies. So we look at this. If you grab one thing today, I want you to understand this. Faith conquers fear. Faith conquers fear. That's what Jesus was trying to get across to us. Jesus, Jesus like, hey guys, this was your moment. You didn't have control. This was your opportunity to reveal faith. You know, I believe Jesus was saying to us, man, listen, a world that is panic-stricken and full of fear is looking for someone who is solid. They're looking for believers who have the faith to stand up and go, hey, regardless of what this situation brings, man, Jesus is still on the throne. Jesus is still in my boat, right? I don't have to panic and fear like everybody else. Why? Because faith conquers fear. Let me ask you today, which of those is winning in your life? Is your fear conquering? Is fear conquering faith, or is your faith conquering fear? You have to wrestle this, right? Faith conquers fear. Jesus is more than enough. Regardless of what happens, He is our provider. He is our protector. Jesus is in our boat. Then look what happens. This last verse in verse 41. Look what it says about the disciples. They were terrified. I can imagine, right? Adrenaline pumping, we're going to die. This whole thing. Jesus, He stands up and boom, calms it in a second. Now, the disciples to that point had seen Jesus preach. They had seen Him do a couple miracles, heal a guy with leprosy, open a blind eyes, and cast out a devil. That's what they've seen to that point. But this was another level for them. They saw Jesus in a whole new light. And they were stood in awe. Who is this? Here's what I believe. I believe that the storm that we're walking through is going to allow us to see Jesus in a whole new light. It's going to allow the world to see Jesus in a whole new light. The storm caused them to grow in their faith. Why? They didn't get it right. They missed it. They missed the greatest opportunity, Jesus teaching after the opportunity. But when they saw who He was in the midst and through the storm and the power that He had over the storm, they stood in awe. Through the storm, they saw Jesus in a whole new light. You know, this pandemic right now is shaking people. This pandemic right now is waking people. And I know that God doesn't bring this, but God will use this opportunity. He'll use this storm to put eyes back on Him. Maybe for some believers that you're watching this, you've been comfortable and you've been apathetic, and this storm has shaken you. And God's like, I want to get your attention. Come on, put your eyes on me. Don't focus on the storm. Don't focus on the fear. Put your eyes on faith. Put it on me. That's what Christ is saying to us. I believe God will use this moment in history to change our nation, change our world.